Power up.
Man, I am truly tired of being cooped up indoors. I mean, really, I'm gonna get outside and do something while I still can. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I can play Pokemon X outside. Let's go. Oh no. Winter has come to these lands. No one knows when it will leave. We are doomed. Doomed, I tell you, to almost eternal isolation. And cold. I don't like cold. Oh no. Well, what am I gonna do now? Wait. Of course. I'll do what I do every winter. Play excessive amounts of video games. Sometimes I amaze myself. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Chrono Trigger? Not today. What else we got? Ooh. There are those Resident Evil games I said I never played. I still haven't. I just found them. But I'm not really in the mood to be scared out of my pants, so maybe another time. Maybe next Halloween. Put those there. Alright, what else we got? Ooh. Wind Waker HD? Maybe later. By myself. What else we got? Let's find a NES game, shall we? Alright, it's got some good ones. Let's see. Something new. What's this? DynoWarz. Looks pretty interesting. Let's try it out, shall we? DynoWarz, Destruction of Spondyl... Spondylus... Spondylus? A game released by Bandai in 1989, 1990 in North America. From the box art, this game looks pretty promising. Got a guy fighting a robot dino. I'm truly excited, so let's start it up. I'm liking this. Looks good, I'm liking what I'm seeing. We got some dinos here on the title screen, and that's some pretty good title music, I have to admit. Well, let's press start here and... Oh! Well, we're in right away. No explanations, no story, nothing. Well, I was almost expecting something reminiscent of the beginning of Monster Party, also by Bandai, where you have that opening bit of story. Well, if you can call it story, but it's at least something. Whatever. Certainly isn't the only NES game that begins this way. I guess I'm just spoiled by more modern forms of storytelling. Well, we got this dude here, our nameless protagonist, I guess, encountering our first enemies. The fucking Sorting Hat from Harry Potter? Gryffindor! No, I want to be put in Hufflepuff, damn it! Besides that, the first thing I notice about the gameplay is there's something wrong with the control. Not sure, but the jumping just feels off. You jump upwards like you're on the moon, then once you reach the top of your jump arc, or let go of the jump button, you plummet to the ground. But I can overlook it, should just take some getting used to. Now, this part of the game you see here is just a short interior stage leading up to our main event awaiting us at the end. Oh, what's that there? The guy's jumping in it and... Oh! Oh yeah! Alright, it's giant mecha dino time. Now this is what I've been waiting for. Time to properly begin these Dino Wars! This serves as your introduction to the second gameplay mode, and as far as this section of the stage goes, you just walk right and crush any dinos in your path. Pretty simple. Oh god! It's a giant orange Mechasaurus Rex! Quick, send out the tiny unarmed Mecharaptors and Mechastegosauruses! That'll stop them! Oh, never mind. Besides these, there are other more powerful enemies that attack you during the stage, at least in the sense that they take more hits to kill, but none of them are very threatening. As you make your way through the stages, you pick up weapon upgrades. There are only 4 different weapons you pick up. They include the Launch Fist, Fireball, Beam, and Bomb, all of which have 3 levels where they can be upgraded to do more damage or cover a wider area. This is done by picking up multiples of the same weapon or by grabbing a P pellet, which will take them up to the 3rd level automatically. Overall, I really like this system. It gives some interesting variety to the gameplay. The only problem is there's no weapon select, which is understandable given the way the system works, but it sucks when you have a weapon you want to keep, meaning you have to avoid picking up other weapon drops. And Orangosaurus Rex here doesn't excel at the whole jumping thing, which means sometimes it's unavoidable no matter what you do, and then you get downgraded to a weapon like the bomb, and it sucks so much! Look at this! It's going right over them! Haha! Take that! Well, eventually you wall your way to what seems to be the end of the stage, and it's boss time. Alright, bring it on, you prehistoric themed pansy. Yeah! Take this, and that, and one of these. Yeah, eat my fireballs, and that's it? Well, it's the first stage. I'll look past it. Now that that's dealt with, you just gotta pick up this thing, and wait, it's not over. We're on foot once again. More hats. Well, you wipe them out and it turns out there's another. What I'm guessing is a boss. Jeez, reminds me a lot of Mother Brain. And oh yeah, I found a sweet spot. Not that it's too difficult otherwise. Whatever, we kill it and what do I do now? It's dead. Nothing happens. Well, it turns out you've got to return to your mech. This honestly confused me the first time. I thought I had glitched the game or something. Why can't it just teleport you out of the interior stage like so many other games with dungeons? Anyway, you get back and that's the end of... Whoa! Wow! On to stage 2. Now once you get to this point and onward, you'll start to notice things about this game that the blissful first stage may have distracted you from like it did me. And these things will shock and appall you. The first thing you may notice is, hey, what's that thing up there at the top of the screen? Looks like the ship from Galaga. What does it do? Well, I don't know. Just sat up there the whole game looking pretty. But after doing some research, it turns out it's another weapon. A 1 use per stage, kill all enemies on screen type of deal. But I didn't know that. It uses the select button, and the only time I pressed that was when I was looking for a way to change weapons. Not to mention it only appears on the exterior parts of the stage. Not that you would need this stupid thing anyways, considering the enemies are hardly a threat. More of a time saver, I guess. But let's talk some more about these enemies. They're uninspired, to say the least. Besides the little dinos I spoke of earlier, there is some assortment of other Robosaurs, as they're called, and enemies the likes of Triceratopses, T-Rexes, Pterodactyls, and other turrets, mines, etc. All of which obstruct your path. I guess. Well, they are in the way, but most of the enemies are no challenge to dispatch, and most of them are just stupid. Stupid? Yeah, that describes my opinion of them. Almost as stupid as the green turtles in Mario that walk off cliffs to their deaths. But at least the turtles were placed in ways that they would still be a challenge or at least useful. The enemy placement here just feels random. Every few steps, boom, there's an enemy. Amazing. Though some do shoot and jump at you, that's about all they have to offer in form of an offensive. I mean, just look at these raptors, they just jump away from you and nothing else, all the way to the end of the stage. What's the point? I do understand many enemies in other NES titles are no better, but the problem here is placement. Which brings us to another problem you'll discover with this game. The stages. They're so boring. Besides a palette swap, there are virtually no differences between the stages. They're all just a straight shot with the occasional bump or hole in the terrain. Oh man, I'm getting real tired of just waddling in a straight line for minutes on end.
Oh, Jesus.
Even if it isn't a giant orange cybersaurus. It'd be nice if there was at least something to look at, some more interesting scenery, or maybe a change in terrain. Why am I even trying to save Spondylus? This place is a shithole. Could almost put me to sleep. Every stage follows the same format. You start out as Cybersaurus. Yes, that's its name. I wasn't making that up before. Slowly walking, wiping out everything in your path till you reach the end. Then a boss fight, an interior stage, which looks the same on every level with the same annoying music that sounds like if you remix the noise the ghost makes from Ghosts and Goblins. Ah! But I digress. Then you fight another boss, and then go back to the stage, done. That's the whole game. Yeah. And these, what I will graciously call bosses, besides being incredibly easy, almost all of them have sweet spots where they can't damage you. Let's have a counter, shall we? That's ridiculous! And it's a shame because some of these bosses look really good and interesting, but they just were not utilized correctly at all. They're more like general enemies, just slightly bigger. You have so much health as well that there's almost no way any of them can kill you. You pretty much can just swing away at them until they die with no consequence. And the game isn't too stingy with its energy and shield pickups, so the challenge is just not there. But when you do die, if it happens, oh geez. Is that our protagonist? Ouch. Moving on. I've really lost faith in this game by this point. It's 7 stages in, and I could care less. But it's enough that I must soldier onward. Here we are near the end of the stage when suddenly... What's that? A blue enemy? What is this? Could this be a sign? Is the difficulty being raised? Is it tougher than the other hats? No! It's not. It still dies in one hit, and you actually never see another one for the rest of the game. It serves no purpose. Why did they put that there? For variety? If so, then make half of them blue. It's just confusing. I got excited over nothing. But wait, it turns out your most dangerous enemy is in fact blue and does appear only in these interior stages, and will cause you more deaths and frustration than any other obstacle in the game. And it is... the platforms. Yeah, the platforms are your biggest enemy. As I've stated, the jumping is just off, and at this point was the only point I got stuck in the game for a time, mostly due to having to be so precise with the platforms and sometimes the level itself, and just being impatient and fed up with this game's crap. Well, I did get past eventually, and here's the boss. Yeah, nothing special. You kill him and make your way back and on to the next stage. That's it? Yes, truly. That's it. That's the end of the game. No story to wrap it up, nothing. I guess I was mistaken to expect better from a game made by Bandai and came after games like Monster Party. I mean, come on! 7 stages? That's all they could come up with? With what was there, this is truly the bare minimum they could do. I am livid because I really wanted to like this game for more than just being hilariously bad. And in a way, I do. At first it was kind of fun, but then it just droned on, and it just didn't do anything different or exciting. I mean, come on. It's entitled DynoWarz. You could do so much with that. This game could have been like a Contra Jurassic Park fusion or something. But instead, they just made this piece of garbage. Now, concerning the lack of story, it turns out there is a story to this game, but it was only on the back of the box, which you can read here if you want, but it has almost nothing to do with the game and talks about things and characters that are never introduced. But the idea is interesting, and the game, just looking at the box and the title, looks interesting and exciting. I can imagine the poor guy who got this game, you know? He's got Contra and Rambo. Poor bastard. And then he's at his local shopping establishment. He sees, DynoWarz! This game looks awesome! Little did he know. Now, as for me, I guess I should say, what's the thing I like most about this game? This here. Can't get enough of that. And what's the thing that I dislike most about this game? The shitty platforming. It's so frustrating. The game only took me about an hour and a half to get through the second time, mostly due to getting stuck because of the platforms. But if you could manage to master those, you could probably complete this game in about 3/4 of an hour or shorter. Well, I guess since I completed it, we might as well take a look at the rest of the credits. Congratulations, you finished another great game from Bandai. Nope, screw it. If Bandai can do it, then so can I. We're ending the video here. I just changed that, and that, and that there. Yeah. The game gets 1 bill and 1 bub from Bubble Bobble out of 7 Mecha Godzillas. We're done here. Hey everybody, TheMTwigman here once again, just to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this video. I just want to say a shout out to some of my friends who helped me out with this video, gave me some inspiration. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like or a comment. If you want to see some of my other videos I've done, like my top 10 games to play on Halloween I did last month, you can click here. Or if you want to see some of my older stuff, like my Mega Man LP, you can click here. And if you want to stay tuned and see any videos I'll do in the future, basically more nonsense, you can click that little subscribe button right here, disguised as a little Mega Twigman. Anyway, that's all. I've been TheMTwigman, and see you next time.